Okay, I just completed the second ugliest weld of my life. But the first one was ugly and it's on the wind turbine and it's still going. So hopefully ugly weld part 2 or ugly weld 2 works. Well, I didn't finish it, but I started it, just tack welded it so it's in place. I need to, like I mentioned actually earlier today, I think, don't do anything tired. I'm tired, I'm hot, a little annoyed with how the day is going so far. But, you know, that's kind of arrogant, so I won't be annoyed. It is life. So I'm not going to finish the weld. I'll do the weld after lunch, an errand run, cooling down, thinking through it. Not a welder. I'll do it as a hobby once. I only learned the skill because I was coming out here and I knew that at some point I'd probably have to. But anyway, I'm going to show you. I actually got a chance to do this. So if you remember, or some of you might remember, this was big dam 1.0 for a big dam for us. It was about 7 feet tall. So I'm trying to give you a perspective. I don't know if I did a good job of that before. There basically was a cliff face right here. And it was an easy place where we could get the backhoe and just knock a bunch of soil into the river channel. So maybe over here you can see the cliff a little better. And that cliff goes along back that way. So we did. And the force of water, which, you know, I was pretty sure the water was going to knock it through. Eventually, I just didn't think it was going to knock it through the first time. So the very first runoff through the stream, boom, knocked it away. And you can actually see it. If I jump down here and don't kill myself, this is the dam right here. She pushed it all the way, 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 all the way down there. So all this backfill is the dam. So here's a good thing. As of 1.0, an experiment, all of this sand and rock is now only sand and rock. It was sand, soil, and rock. It was the consistency of that, or that coming off the hill, and now it's only sand or rock. So this is what we did. Part 2 is we pushed another, instead of doing 7 foot, what is this, about, I guess it's about 4 feet maybe, but then we stopped at about 3.5, and everything on top of that is rock, big, you know, big rocks, and this sand and gravel. So when the flood came through and it washed the dam out, it washed all the clay out. So this is all rock and gravel, which is great. So this is version 2.0. So what it is, it's got a soil base underneath with some rock and clay, but then it has a cap of at least 6 to, might even be as high as 10 inches of rock, boulder, all blocked in together. And the reason why, what's suspected, is that that will create a locking structure. So the rocks are all locked in with each other and there's no erosive material. It's like water, it will erode anything that it can float, right? Because one drop of water can erode drops of clay because it can lift the clay up and push it downstream. So eventually, one drop of water at a time, it'll eat away with your dam and it'll destroy it. This is more of a problem for it, right? There's not much it can wash away and on the surface. And as it washes that away, more silt fills in those areas, and the weight of all the boulders and the rock hold down the clay underneath that the water can't get to, so it can't wash away. Eventually it will, but our goal is, what we want is to just back up 4 feet of water here, not just for us, but for the animals and all the other things that live on water, but they're forced to deal with an artificial desert, dry land, because I, like everybody else, like Happy Meals and burgers, but we won't go there. And not being eaten by mountain lions. So this is the arroyo. So hopes are, and I don't have a leveler with me, and it's kind of a cool day, so I'm sure the rattlesnakes are out. They usually stay away from me anytime I'm running the excavator or power tools. And so this is a rock dam. And I guess trying to get the level, we're still above the rock dam. If you can see the dam there in the distance, the 4 foot. So, but what should happen is it'll back the water up. Good. I guess we're already about 20 or 30 feet. And somewhere up here, the water will flow over and then make it over into the arroyo here. So we might luck up and back up 80 feet or so, which would be fantastic. And the water will drain away. But again, the point is not to steal the water. The point is to hold the water, slow it down on property so it drenches into the soil and goes into the aquifers and goes into the cave systems and goes into the cracks in the rocks and slowly feeds all these plants that are dying for a drink for months, maybe a year, maybe more. So anyway, I wanted to show that to you. This is version 2.0. And oh, the rock dam, if I didn't mention, that slows down the water. So if we do get a fast runoff, it'll come down here, it'll hit the rock dam, it'll slow the water down. So when it gets here, hopefully it's not more than a good influx of water, not a torrential push. So anyway, that's it. That's our version 2.0. There's lots of dam constructions. You look online, there are lots of experts. I like doing the ones with the keyway, or I like the idea of doing that. Didn't do that. We're in the middle of doing everything else off grid, unfortunately. There's always something to do. You never get a break. Got to run to town and get water. Of course, I had to fix the backhoe and do some welding. Had to dig out the wallapini, and the kids are planting seeds, and still got a race for the cow fence. There's always something to do. I don't want to be a dam engineer. I don't want to be a welder. I don't want to be a backhoe driver. I'm a gardener by trade and a software engineer. So the things I'm doing are just, they got to be done. And I don't want to be a shopper by trade. I got to run to town to do errands. We are actually out of water, and I see some trash. I got to pick it up. I don't do trash, mine or anybody else's. So, and the wind is torrential. Well, the wind is ridiculous. Blows everything everywhere. But well, I will say from yesterday, I'll pass a little hint to you guys. If you ever go out hunting for translucent crystals, do it right after a rainfall. You might be surprised, especially if you're in a dusty, sandy place, because right after rainfall in the twilight and wet rocks, they shine a little more than everything else. Just a tip. We did pretty well yesterday. All right, got to get going, got to head to town. You guys have a great day. Bye.